The biggest thing that I took from that press conference was that they had a team meeting. Diamador Lenore spoke, as did Brock Purdy, and it was very different because they usually don't let other people speak because he referenced that. George said that most people don't speak. He also referenced that he didn't want to call anybody out, but they weren't playing desperate. There are some people not playing their hardest, putting everything into their last on every play. I think we all know who those people are. He also brought up the fact that he was prepared to already have a big game against the Bills. He finally liked the fact that he was being taken seriously and got more targets today. If you really listen to what George said, he basically said that we were bullshitting. There's a lot of people that weren't playing hard because they were expecting us to win, and we had to have a come to Jesus moment. And there's some new leaders on the team who stepped up, who've been putting in more than some of the players that are expected to put in more but haven't been doing it. Debo. So that's what it looks like. Looks like a transition of new leaders. Some of the guys that are already seen as leaders, but some of the guys where the organization has made you a leader through your pocketbook. Look, football is a meritocracy, man. If you make plays and you're good, you're a leader. That's it. Good guys don't become leaders in the league. It don't work that way. That's not the man way. I'm sorry. The man way is you got to pay the cost to be the boss. If you're going to be a leader, you ain't going to be no goddamn emotional win one for the Gipper. You a leader because you a dog. Because you're a vital cog to the machine. So you got to be a leader. And I feel like there's a lot of guys in here who have had names on this team who've been made leaders because of what they brought to the team early on, but now they're not that anymore. And it's time for new guys to step up. It's time for new blood. It's time for guys like Diamador Lenore, all right? Malik Mustafa, all right? Brock Purdy, more than just a virtue signal towards being a leader, standing up and speaking in the room. This is what we talked about. Some of the things that we've seen, being more of a leader, right? Understanding what we have to do with making sure that we transition the team into its new era. If we're going to keep the same coaches, all right, and we're going to keep the same guys around and you don't want to see wholesale changes, then we at least have to start elevating some guys in the building who are actually living to the standard of this organization. Because if you don't, you build resentment. You build people who really feel a certain way about the program. You build a Brandon Ayuk, quite frankly, who thinks that they work harder than some of the guys who got big money on this team. And then you get that type of standoff the way you did in the offseason. So you got to start sharing the worth, you got to start sharing the wealth. Diamador Lenore, leader. You got to make him a leader. You got to let him speak. You got to push that onto the field. He's got his money, leader. All right. Some of these guys that just kind of are cool with Kyle or they haven't been showing what they can do on a consistent basis, they may have to take a step back. That's just the long and short of it. It's new blood, man. New blood. That's what the Niners need. You know? We got to be able to start getting rid of some things and move forward into a new year, especially finishing off. So we got to free ourselves. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. That's a quote from Thomas Jefferson. Sometimes you got to bleed a little to get to move the old out with the new. You got to break some eggs to make an omelet. So, hey, Isaac Guerendo playing. We don't know where he is after his MRI, but Patrick Taylor getting some more funk. All right. If certain guys got to sit down, so be it.